have to stare at this little girl for a little while, all right?
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the boxing boys.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It is Sunday evening. It's Crow Day. You already know we got a lot to discuss. A lot of fights. A lot of news and notes to get to. So we'll be getting to all that and this weekend's action. We have the heavyweight debut of Oleksandr Usyk, who took on Chaz Witherspoon. And we have the return of Josh Warrington, it's Warrington. The return of Josh Warrington. We have Dmitry Bivol in action. Jessica Mccaskill also back in action and defending her unified championships. Otha Jones, Anthony Sims, so much to talk about, man. So the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Now, don't forget, you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation from anywhere in the world. But yeah, man, we're here to talk some weekend's boxing. Let me go on out to my co-host, Doomy, whose intro I still have not found. What's going on, champ?
Champ, it's all good, baby. You know, the technicalities are always creeping around. But yeah, man, caught some of the fights, if not all of the fights. Pretty good. Had some nice battles, man, and some unfortunate happenings. Big shot, not shout out, but a big shout to the skies, as I say, to the Heavenly Father for Patrick Day. Hopefully he comes out all right. He was hit pretty hard. That was the only thing that I didn't like about, this weekend's fights. But other than that, there were some good, hard, tough fights. And, yeah, man, let's get into it and talk about, Usyk's intro to the heavyweight division and how Chaz Witherspoon put up a fight. What did you think about that?
I don't know about put up a fight, but Usyk, after it's all said and done, says that he is ready for the Joshua Ruiz winner. And I don't know, man. Is he truly ready? I don't believe he is. I know that Stephen Edwards says something on Twitter, something like, is ready for the Joshua Ruiz winner. And, okay, so who's got the feedback? Is that who exactly?
No, that was I think that was me. I went in and out of the call right now. I didn't hear some of the stuff you were saying, but
So yeah, man. Look, I don't think he's ready. But now Stephen Edwards posted something on his Twitter, basically saying that some older fighters that I didn't watch box, didn't look great either once upon a time, and we shouldn't be just judging Usyk off of last night's performance.
But what I for one I was okay with the performance.
Here it is right here. I got it pulled up. Usyk is a well-rounded, calculating fighter. He's not a showcase or offensively dynamic guy like Tyson or Tito. His gifts show up versus elite guys, not showcase guys. Mosley, and he put in quotes, looked better than Forrest until they fought. Meaning, when Vernon Forrest fought Mosley twice, it was, Mosley that lost when everyone thought Mosley would be the clear favorite. So then he goes on to say Curry looked better than McCullum until they fought. So basically he's saying, look, Wilder looks better than Usyk. AJ Ruiz looks better than Usyk right now. But when they meet each other, Usyk will rise to the occasion. So I guess we have to think about that when passing judgment. I'll leave that for you guys, you know. The people with better moral compasses. Me, I'm going to criticize. My man looked trash. I know trash is a harsh word, but I'm not signing up to the next Usyk fight. I don't even understand how he had that many people in the crowd cheering Usyk over and over.
You know you were surprised by the crowd.
No,
you were surprised about that.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't even know how it happened. I don't know how that happened. Why? Where is he getting this hype from? Like, bro, my man could not take out Chaz Witherspoon. Like, Witherspoon gave up of, like, he needs to see Coach Larry Wade, and maybe Witherspoon would have won the fight.
Nah, I don't think on skill level, bro. Look, let's stop giving Usyk so much shit, right? Like he could have been up against Sponge last night, and he still would have done what he does. And that's
who is Sponge though? That's the point.
No, well, we were expecting Sponge. A lot of us, expecting Sponge to be a tough case.
We were expecting Takam. And Takam isn't anyone either. Takam's claim to fame is what? Going 12 with AJ or 11 with AJ, being knocked out by Chisora. I mean, they're picking this guy's opponents very strategic. And now that you bring us Spung, I might be on Spung's bandwagon with what he said. Was this some sort of manipulative move to get him out of there? Because Chaz Witherspoon, do you understand Chaz hasn't been on TV in over 10 years maybe? Like, for him to last that long, that's an indictment. That's an indictment on Usyk.
Chaz been in the gym, man.
Chaz has not been in the gym. I was at Shadeja Green's fight September 21st where Chaz got in the ring and said that he was hurt. He apologized to everybody on 24 hours notice because he was supposed to be the main event there. Bruh. I don't know how he did it. He gave up in the corner. He said, that's it. His coach was like, what? You good? That's it. He had to ask him like 7 times. His coach couldn't believe he quit.
I mean, he fought Satanda Salgado, so he had some ring. He had shaken off the ring rust already, man. Let's not give Chaz so much shit either.
But don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying he hasn't fought for 10 years. I'm saying he hasn't been on television in a TV fight for like 10 years.
That's true. But that doesn't translate into him being out of tune. He was already fighting. I mean, I don't know how much. I mean, look, pressure can't come from the lights, right? Quote unquote, that that feeling, that adrenaline dump or whatnot. But I'm not going to give that so much credit
but
either.
It's not, I'm not. Again, you're misinterpreting what I'm saying. It's not about pressure for him. It's this level. Right? Like, you can't make it on TV unless you're fighting someone that's on the level show TV worthy. You know what I'm saying? So he hasn't been it because he ain't been fighting nobody TV worthy.
This was his highest competition fight, maybe,
Absolutely. Absolutely, because guess what? Usyk's more accomplished than Areola, Seth Mitchell, and everyone else that beat Chaz Witherspoon.
But going back to Usyk, a lot of y'all giving him shit because he couldn't finish Chaz, or he didn't, he can't bang with the big guys. But like,
it's more for being them heavyweight Malignaggi than not finishing Chaz. Like, ain't nobody got time to watch 12 rounds of heavyweight boxing. We tune into heavyweights for knockouts, bro. Like, I don't know what this dude was doing in there.
He was hitting them with straight lefts, bro, and they was taking a toll on my man Chaz. Chaz was starting to look like Droopy. I
guarantee you that ring was a 30-foot ring, which is probably illegal. The biggest I seen was 24. How the fuck they look like they was bantamweights in the ring and they heavyweights? That ring was ginormous, humongous.
Yeah, well, it played in Usyk's favor.
Of course it did. A-side trade. That's what I'm trying to tell you, brother. Look who they brought in. Look at the size of the ring. This shit is they pulling the wool over your eyes right in front of your face. You ain't noticing. You talking about, nah, you being hard on Usyk. Bruh, he had every single advantage. They got a dude that was injured. They got this dude a mandatory WBO spot based off what? Like, it should, that sanctioning body should be spanked right now, live on TV. How the fuck you giving this dude a title shot off of that win? Off of Witherspoon? Now, I know the technicalities. Yeah, he was the champ in the weight before, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, his box rec says Chaz Witherspoon. That's who we fought to get a title shot. That's who we fought to get the undisputed unified champion, either Andy Ruiz or Anthony Joshua. Boxing got to do something, bro.
I'm not even closely agreeing with that. That after this fight, he deserves to be in that position. I'm just saying circumstances.
That's what
circumstances brought him to that. It's not like he does attack him.
You hear me? That's what his broadcaster's promoting. Look at the thumbnail. That's his broadcaster that put this thumbnail out. Pictures of Anthony and Ruiz with him in the middle, looking over them as some sort of boxing god.
I mean, this is how you treat your undisputed, fighters. Any guys they've unified, and collected all the belts in the division, man. You guys are the ones that just taught me that, that's the reason why they get to be in that position. Just because he fought a guy that, the best. Mute that. Only because they brought, in a guy that was willing to fight. I'm pretty sure they picked him. He got injured. It's not like he dodged them.
Usyk got injured. Got injured. So why didn't they make sure to get that fight back?
That Takam wasn't waiting, man. You said it yourself. Takam is already on his star power. I think
Takam, the only thing he did was play a little bit hard to get, which is fair. All he wanted him to do was wet his whistle, give him a little bit more money. They chose not to. They took their services to Top Rank.
Definitely not. I'm not going to sit here and say Usyk is ready for the top 10 in the division. He's got to show us, and that's what it always comes to. Like, especially when you walking into a new division, like, you got to show us that
he ain't
you
ready
truly
for top
belong
10
there.
because Chaz Witherspoon was top 70, top 80. So he's
top 80.
So he should at least get like high 69, 68 number next. Take it nice and
easy. He going nowhere fast with that type of plan.
I just want everybody to let that sink in. Oderwood Wallin was like 44 on BoxRec. Tom Schwartz was 57 on BoxRec. But your man Chaz Witherspoon 73. So that's just some heavyweight perspective right there. We call Tyson Fury some sort of, a guy that likes to beat up club fighters all the time while he waits for a big fight. Look at what this guy. Look at this. At least Tyson Fury's picking up Oda Wallin is giving him a cut in his eye and, at least trying to fight. Like, Witherspoon quit on a stool.
Usyk got hit a few times.
No, you know what was funny about him getting hit? So Usyk would be doing his little combinations, right? Let's say he did a 3. 1, 2, 3. And Chaz would just come back with a back right hook. Boom. And Usyk will block it because he's defensively sound. But that shit would be enough to make him back up 3 times, like 3 steps back, reset things, and, just reset and start again, popping the jab. I just don't see this dude lasting 12 rounds with a real heavyweight. Like, obviously, Chaz Witherspoon is not a real heavyweight. He's like D-. He didn't beat Seth Mitchell. That right there makes you D-. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, he went 7. A guy like Takam went motherfucking 11-12 with AJ, and that was a fake UK stoppage. Like, Takam would have really went 12.
I think that he was really starting to pick up and going for the stoppage. Starting he started off a little slow, Usyk, but he picked it up. And he finished the guy in the 7th round, so it's like he's not a knockout guy. Where's all this coming from? Like, bro, a guy.
You in the heavyweight division. What you mean? Where all this coming from? Name the last heavyweight that wasn't knocking people out, and we cared about him. Go ahead, I'll wait.
Tyson Fury's not knocking guys out, and everybody loves him.
I'm pretty sure Tyson Fury has a decent knockout ratio for the heavyweight division.
Yeah, but he's not known for it. People still like him. I'm
pretty sure Tyson just got 2, right?
Look, I'm gonna tell you this. people want to see the KOs at the heavyweight division. Obviously, rarely do fights go 12 rounds. These are big guys, big punches, but maybe this is a new introduction into the heavyweight. Mike Tyson,
the boxing
did it.
version.
Mike Tyson did it for a long time. He was just a power puncher, but his feet is what got him there. So you know what I mean. I'm thinking Usyk is going to be a problem with his fancy footwork for a lot of these heavyweights. Now, Deontay Wilder, does he possess footwork? Yeah.
Fury has 30 fights, 1 a draw, 29 wins, 20 knockouts, which is a 66.67 knockout ratio, which is decent. It's over the 50 mark, which is more than half. And over the 50 mark by a lot,
I mean, and Usyk's is 76%, and he's just coming up right now. At the cruiserweight. But he's coming up to heavy now. He got his first TKO.
And I'm pretty sure Usyk hasn't gotten any knockouts in like the last 2-3 fights, right?
Yeah.
Bellew. That's right, Bellew.
I could agree with that, but you got to understand, like, he's just coming up to this heavyweight division. He got 15 more pounds of weight on him. His punching power has increased by law, by nature. You know what I mean? He got more weight on him, so he's going to be punching much harder.
I mean, did he weigh in 215?
He weighed in 215.
Yeah, I mean, he still got to eat a little bit more.
I mean, he probably, like Earl said, a little light in the ass.
Yeah, he weighed in at 198 for the Bellew fight, which was the cruiserweight limit. 215 is only 17 pounds above that. Which, again, weight really doesn't mean nothing when you're Deontay Wilder. He weighed 209 for the Tyson Fury fight.
He was bullying everybody.
But Oleksandr Usyk knocked out a natural 168-pounder. I believe Tony Bellew started his career at 168. Let me just double-check that for shits and giggles. If it wasn't 168, it was definitely 175. I was right, 175. I was wrong on a 68. So that's his last knockout. Gassiev, who was also a cruiserweight, that's decision, British decision. Marco Huck, slightly older, but let's give him the credit for the knockout. But then Hunter, a young heavyweight, and at that time, young cruiserweight, no knockout. So, and also Krzysztof Glowacki, one of the most, I would say, established cruiserweights that he fought outside of Huck in that division. And also, no knockout. You know what I mean? So, Usyk has a lot of explaining to do.
At the heavyweight division. Homie,
but this is the division he's campaigning at. He's not here for a super fight. He's here to campaign.
Oh, listen, I'm trying to tell you, man. A lot of y'all are sleeping on Usyk because he's not big and all that other shit. Listen, there's been small heavyweights, man. Joe Frazier was one of them. He was smaller than a lot of the guys, and he was still knocking guys out. I'm not gonna give Usyk, the mushroom, the power up mushroom on the power punch. You know what I mean? He can't. I'm not seeing him KO guys with 3 combinations. He's just an overwhelming fighter. He's like the Lomachenko of the heavyweights. That's what he is, and that's what he's always done. They all got that same movement. The feint in, come back out. As you're punching in, they come with a counter. They step over with the right leg, and they start working that right angle. That's what he was doing to Chaz all day. The thing is going to be on his side is that he's faster. He's going to be faster than a lot of these heavyweights. Unless these heavyweights can actually break through that guard. You saw that guard, the way he places it, man. I mean, the guy knows what he's doing, man. He's pretty good.
Listen to me. That's all the mistakes I seen him do. You seen that shit where he's in a southpaw stance. He takes one step to the right with both his earmuffs on, but he doesn't shoot a punch. He doesn't shoot a punch. Sometimes he just steps to the right and forward, puts his head kind of in your chest, showing you like, yo, I'm coming, then pulls back. Then he does it again, then pulls back. Then he might do it again and throw the right hook. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, well, this is what he does. He plays games in there, man.
All right, but while he's doing that, what is the other person doing? Landing shots on them fucking earmuffs.
Yeah, well, either they're landing or they're just missing because, remember, you got to understand, that movement, front and back movement that he does with his earmuffs, like you say, it's to lure guys in. I'm here, punch me, pull back. You're in the open now because you just threw in your jab or whatnot, and then, he comes back in with a counter, steps over with the right.
I just don't see that shit working, bro. Again, I seen Chaz Weatherspoon hitting my man, on his guard and forcing him to reset. And Witherspoon is no one, like, this is the most his names has ever been mentioned.
Witherspoon is not really that tall either, like the rest of the guys. I mean, if you're gonna be fighting Wilder or Fury, and you're trying to attack those guys, I mean, I could see him, in the same.
Not tall and not fat. Look how slow and plodding he was.
Bro, you should. Man, I don't know what. You must want to see some Marvel
I'm
talking
about Witherspoon was slow. You don't think he was slow, bro?
I mean, who knows Witherspoon as a fast puncher, man? Come on, man. You know he was for the most part trying to stock and counter punch.
The lack of speed wasn't there because he's not a fast fucking fighter. The lack of speed was there because he's just out of shape. He's out of shape, bro. My man titties was all over the fucking ring. I didn't know whether to throw dollars at the fucking TV or turn it off.
He was picked at the last minute. What you want him to be in shape? We all knew what we were gonna get from this. We all knew. Now I would have been very upset if Chaz would have went 12 rounds with him. Not upset because he did, but because we expected Usyk to finish this guy. I mean, you're gonna look pretty stupid coming into a fight where a guy who just got called a week ago, and then he takes you 12 rounds off the couch. I mean, he finished him in the 7th. And kudos to Chaz, man, for even lasting that long. He was breathing very, very hard at the corner when they retired it. I mean, he literally, like, when you get home from work, you just throw yourself on the couch. Like, that's literally what he did. He was just...
Yeah, no credit to Usyk. Credit to getting a dude on 2 weeks' notice that's injured from a fight from September 21st.
You gotta give, man. You really don't want to give Usyk his credit, bro. He put that pace on him.
I'm gonna give him credit like I gave the last dude that fought fucking a one-legged fighter credit. Like, please, man, I'm not giving dudes credit for fighting dudes that's hurt. My man is hurt. I was live. If I would have been hearing this from a caller or some source that I was there when he told me as a viewing public that he's injured. He apologizes. He'll be back. He wasn't talking about this because he looked like he was fucking injured from asthma in the corner when he quit.
Shit, well, I mean, if you injured and you're supposed to tell people you're injured, I don't know what it was. He didn't look injured to me. He just looked like he wasn't in shape, and it showed with a guy like this.
4 days notice, even worse.
Listen, this is why for all the would-be boxers out there, people who are doing this for the love or whatnot, waiting for that call. Stay in shape, man. Live the life. If you really want to, get those opportunities, sometimes, you wait. You got to be in shape. You got to be in shape, man. You got to live that life. He got called. Imagine if Chaz would have took him 12 hard rounds. Stock would have went right up.
Bruh, Chaz would have took him 12 rounds if he was fucking not 4 days notice, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. How you go 7 with a dude 4 days notice and injured?
WBA production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. He stayed out for 37.
A man stand up for what he believe in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it. BoxingVoice.com.
You on mute again, champ.
Mike.
Yo, and then he always give you the look like, I ain't on mute. What you talking about? Look, he's still talking, saying I'm not on mute, and he's still muted. Oh my God. I wish I could see him. Is the mic even connected, champ?
Mike look like he in a tank and shit like.
He looking like a mime right now. So anyway, man, while he gets that together,
you hating on Usyk, bro. He gonna come through and start taking over, man. He gonna make you a believer. He gonna make you a believer.
Let me tell you, first while Mike gets that shit together, let me tell you my theory.
That shit, bro.
Oh, go ahead, Mike. Just remind me to tell you my Eddie Hearn Usyk theory.
First thing first, man. Prayers out to Patrick Day. I know boxing is a brutal sport, man. Seen that last night, read about it, and man, it's tough, man. Prayers out to his family, and hopefully he makes a full recovery. But on Usyk, man, heavyweight debut, was I expecting more? Did he do anything that I wasn't expecting? Did I not say on Thursday that he not has that power, that he's not the guy that's gonna get you one punch knockout? And it showed Saturday night. Like Chaz was on 24 hours notice. something like that. You know what I'm saying? Fought Usyk, win 7 rounds, and that's saying that he's injured. And one thing that I noticed, Chaz Tablespoon landed a lot of nice punches, maybe early in the fight, and it got Usyk attention. So we'll talk about that too. But
that's what I said, man. That back right hook got his ass thinking.
It was like, damn, should I press the action or should I just stay behind his boxing? So
should I keep behind his? Should I
giving somebody credit?
Should I stay behind his little honeybee jab? Bzz, bzz, bzz. Get the fuck out of here. That's Malignaggi in the heavyweight division, bruh.
Now look, I would say that maybe he wanted to go round because it was a couple of occasions where he could have pushed the action that he kind of backed off and let Tablespoon get like his bearings back. But he definitely is not ready for a full course meal at the heavyweight division.
He a fucking lie. He a fucking lie talking about Wilder the easiest. Looking like that, he looked like the easiest on the fucking heavyweight division menu.
When you're going against a guy like Tablespoon, it's and you can't get him out in like dramatic fashion because he's 4 days notice. I'm being serious. In like 4-5 days notice, you can't get Witherspoon out because the whole story broke on Monday when we found about Spunk. So 5 and you can't get him out in like dramatic fashion. It was like his corner had to throw in the towel. In my opinion, he wasn't getting beat up that bad. Like I didn't think he was like in danger of getting stopped or getting his bearings. Know what I'm saying?
You gotta watch it with the volume on, Mike, because the corner ain't throw the towel and he quit. His own trainer asked him like 3 times because he ain't want to believe what he been said. As soon as he sat down, he was like, "That's it." It was like, what? They was like, what? He like, that's it.
Couldn't breathe.
He was leaning back like he was on a fucking lawn chair. I thought I was watching Jay-Z and Marcy Projects and shit, bro. I didn't understand what was going on, man. But,
so he was more tired of anything. Like he was more exhausted.
I mean, Mike, they only gave you 4 days to train, Mike. Of course you're gonna be tired. You got 1 3-mile run in, 2 rounds of sparring, and a Chico stick to eat. Come on.
Now you said he was injured going into the fight.
That's what he told the world in PA at that Shadeja Green card that he was supposed to be the main event on. That he was still headline. He was still the face on all the posters. He still showed up in an oversized suit. You know what I'm saying? He a D- fight. I damn tell me I'm lying.
What they would like?
Yeah, I'm getting cocky. Usyk made me brave. If Usyk could do that.
He was tired.
That's what he told the world.
For real though. Now, honestly, I'm just saying with all the hype, I know that Matchroom and DAZN wanted more of a statement. I mean, if AJ went out the way he went out because he kept having in the back of his mind like, damn, I got to make a statement. I know this man, like, what's up?
I will tell you one thing that I was impressed by. That then I don't know if
his
how
stamina.
many were No, fuck. I knew that, but like when I seen Usyk box Bill you head off, like I've seen Usyk box Gassiev into a fucking pulp, like to where he could even throw a punch back because so many punches was coming at him for 12 rounds. So I know Usyk got stamina. One thing that I didn't know, 9,000 people.
Yeah, that's
Chicago
what I said.
Came to see you,
and it was yelling Usyk like a motherfucker. I was
like a motherfucker.
I'm like, why is they saying Usyk? My man just moving his feet.
I'm like, whoa, okay. So I don't know how many were like free tickets, but for that look in Chicago, 9,000 people, that's good, especially how the weather changed during the weekend. Because you know, like most folks, like when it get cold, most people are like, I ain't trying to go outside like unless I really, really have to. In Chicago,
I'm not gonna take all the. I'm not gonna give him all the credit. Jessica McCaskill is a hometown fighter, unified champion. Her fight was trash. You know, it ain't her fault. It ain't her fault. It's the referee's fault more than anyone. Inexperienced ref. I'm gonna assume I've never seen him in all my years of fighting. I
never saw him either.
Yeah, I don't remember his face. But on the real, you know, she had to sell some tickets at some because I'm going to be honest, though. Her reception wasn't as loud as Usyk's.
I often say, with all the respect to Justin McCaskill,
Usyk had Ukraine in the building, bro.
Yeah,
Ukraine was
showed flags all over the place too.
All of them.
They had flags all over, like they panned and everyone had a little flag.
When they started singing the Ukrainian anthem, I mean, everybody in the audience was singing it. Like I was like, whoa.
But this the thing. All right, 9,000, no belt. He's not an A-side. Like, he's not an A-side to any of the A-sides. Like, you know, sometimes you're a draw and you have some negotiation leverage. Like, he's not a big enough A-side for the fight that he wants. I mean, obviously our thumbnail is showing you that DAZN is implicating that, you know, he gets the Andy Ruiz Joshua winner. He's not an A-side to either of those men. Obviously not to AJ and Ruiz for the same reason. They got 4 belts. But if we think of popularity, maybe an argument could be made that Andy has not sold 9,000 tickets anywhere on his own the way that Usyk did. But then again, if Andy comes away with this win, I'm pretty sure he'll sell more than 9,000 tickets in his first voluntary defense. Even though he won't get one, I hear that the WBA... Damn, I know you guys wanted to get him, but Anyway, I hear that the WBO and the IBF won a mandatory out of him.
I thought I seen a video now. I didn't watch it, but the title read, Eddie Hearn says Usyk probably will fight for a vacant WBO. So with that being said, in my interpretation, I think if AJ wins, I know AJ says he wants to fight, but will he want another tough fight back to back? And we seen what PBC feels about the WBO belt. So if Andy wins, does he keep that belt or does he let it go?
That's where I was going. So I seen that video. I heard what Eddie said, and I just think
what did he say? Because I want to get.
Well, I just think that that he has no faith in Joshua. He has no faith in Joshua, and he thinks that Joshua's going to lose the rematch. And Andy and PBC already don't recognize the WBO, so they're going to vacate it and fight Pulev for the IBF, and that's going to leave Usyk to fight for the vacant WBO. Why else would he be saying it? Is he all of a sudden now saying, because his words in the video was, no one's going to fight Usyk when they could fight an older Pulev for the IBF, because the IBF probably is going to strip anyway if you don't take that mandatory. So is he saying that AJ, who's fought all his mandatories, never been stripped by any sanctioning body, they all played fair with him, all of a sudden now, if he beats Ruiz, is going to vacate his WBO so that he don't got to fight that mandatory in Usyk and choose Pulev? Because none of it sounds right to me.
I mean, if you are Eddie Hearn, that's what you want to happen. You know what I'm saying? You want your, if you're going to lose a belt, you want to lose a belt that you can stay in your stable. So, and it may be an easier fight. You know what I'm saying? We know Pulev's older. He really didn't look that impressive against Baghdad Dinu. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't that impressed. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of behind the head shots. So if you want to keep your belt and you want to ease your fight, then you go to Pulev route, because you can always make that WBO fight for Usyk, you know what I'm saying, later on down the road. I think that's the point.
Yo.
I didn't see the video, but I'm just coming from your words. I'm thinking that's what he meant by it.
Hashtag 600 days, you know. The UK fans like to talk shit about the WBC, right? Especially when ever Dillian White would open his mouth. They would dick ride and, 600 days. WBC is scandalous. They're damn right. Oh, the audacity, right? Okay, cool. So where is Dillian White in any of the other sanctioning bodies? Because only the WBC is still recognizing him. He's still only number one in the WBC. My argument to you, Mike, the only reason I found this out is because I went to the rankings to argue with you that it isn't an easier route for Matchroom to have AJ vacate this hypothetical title that he won back from Andy, and because then that would mean there would be Usyk versus Fury or Usyk versus Dillian White. But there is no Dillian White. So now it's only Usyk versus Fury, unless that gets bypassed and they do like a Joseph Parker.
Let me ask you a question now. We know Dillian White became the interim champion. Don't when you become a champion, the other section bodies do away with you?
Man, I ain't know interims were being done.
I'm asking the question. I'm asking
no,
the question.
and I'm answering it I'm answering it, with a question saying I didn't know because, damn. So there's no interims on the sanctionings. I don't know. Do you know another interim I could look up real quick? I got my sanctioning.
I'm thinking. I'm top of my head. Because I knew that question was coming. I'm like, who the fuck else is an interim champion?
Yo, I
right
don't know, man.
now.
I don't know.
Yeah, right now. Fuck. I would say Regis Prograde because he still has the WBC belt, but he has the WBA belt also. So that probably would knock him out of that ranking.
He definitely honestly, not in the WBC.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I have no idea who it is. Don't even ask me.
But,
that'd be a good question for Mauricio when you see him.
But since we're talking 140 pounders, we ended on that note. Slide in a quick news and notes. Mario Barrios, the current WBA World Super Lightweight Champion, regular, because Progress is the Super World Super Lightweight Champion. Barrios will have to face Batyr Akhmedov again in a rematch that was ordered by the WBA. And it's hilarious to me that these fuckers try, in one hand, to be, I don't know, fair, but in another hand, have 42 champions in 17 divisions. Like, I don't think that we should get past that ever. I think that, that should sit in the front of our minds, and we should start to collectively, as boxing fans, denounce the WBA, similar to the rumors of the WBO. If we came together, we could make one sanctioning or none, powerful or powerless. It's just that simple.
That's exactly what boxing do.
If the fans scream it loud enough, the fighters won't want to be a WBA champion if we say, fuck your title. The same way that James DeGale used to tell Chris Eubank, and that didn't change until he needed a paycheck. But we all laughed then, and it was harder for the IBO to be recognized then. And honestly, that's what you got to do. Because, yeah, this is cool. That was a tight fight. Whatever, they should mandate it. But, bro, you got 47, 42 champions in 17 divisions. You got your own garbage and shit you got to clean up before you start getting in other people's business.
They are showing favoritism. I know Mario Barrios and Batyr, or whatever his name is, was a close fight competitive. But what about when Lara had a close fight with Castano? That didn't deserve an immediate rematch. Castano, in my opinion, put on a damn good performance and should not got jobbed that fight. Maybe even closer than the fight with Barrios and the guy named that I can't pronounce. So why are we picking and choosing which close fights we want to mandate? I don't understand that.
Who's Bakatyr's promoter? That'll answer everything.
Oh, shit.
BNR.
Who?
You mean BNR? The guy that Barrios fought?
Yeah. Maybe.
BNR.
BNR.
Batyr Akhmedov.
Batyr Akhmedov.
I don't know who the hip promoter is at all.
One of y'all got some. One of y'all really hot, but.
Batyr Akhmedov. Vadim Kornilov, that's his manager. Trainer.
Let's see here. So he's Uzbekistanian. And I don't see a promoter.
Tom Brown?
Oh, he's with
TGB.
He's with Vadim as a manager. That's so he's probably with World Boxing Promotions. He's Russian, right? Or actually, I just said Uzbekistanian. So,
yep.
He's probably with Vadim and Aegis, who from last night, because Vadim works with Aegis. TGB was just the promoter of the actual fight.
Some co-promotion, right? Vadim Kornilov.
Yeah, Vadim is the manager, so I guess he did it on behalf of his fighter, and TGB on behalf of Barrios, because Vadim is not a promoter. But again, I know he has very close dealing with World Boxing Promotions, who promotes all those, Russians, or have some sort of dealing with them.
So what'd you think about Dmitry Bivol? And
I told y'all, I fucking told y'all that Lean was in there, and now I told you what I said, what I always say about fucking Dominicans. His bum ass couldn't do shit because he ain't had the tank, so he was preserving that shit, barely throwing punches. But every time, listen, Bivol better listen to his inner self and go the fuck down. He's already showing very good skill at 175, and rather than take an unnecessary loss up here with these dudes, because Lenin is like a D+. I don't think he's beat anybody. He's getting moral victories for losing, and he was able to go a 10. And let me tell you what else he was able to do. He gave it to Bivol to the body with two-piece combinations that made Bivol ass get the fuck out of there and back up in a hurry. On top of that, whenever he wanted to, not whenever he wanted to, let me rephrase that. Whenever his little energy bar, like on Street Fighter, would refill, and he would catch a few shots and hit Bivol with that left hook, which also made him go back. Lenin ain't on this level, and he had little bit of success. Now, I know this is the Floyd Mayweather syndrome. You always look good, so we criticize the little bad that's happened to you. Unfortunately, that's the case for Bivol. They're talking 168. Seeing Lenin have that type of Castillo have that type of success, yeah, I would rather him leave, because I think that the better beeves, the bigger dudes, might hurt him, even though he never showed true signs of being hurt.
I know Lenin was supposed to be helping Better Bees in his upcoming fight. They said that on the telecast.
Yeah,
so
he was helping him out in sparring.
Yeah, so he was definitely getting some good sparring. But like
Mike,
you said,
totally off topic, but only for you. This is like a gift for you. I seen a commercial yesterday watching boxing that DraftKings is over in Indiana now.
Like the betting site, the sports book.
Yeah, they had a whole commercial about making a bet on baseball, so it got to be boxing.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
But
what's the name of y'all baseball team? Something with an H, or a football team with an H? Like Hoovers or something?
Hoosiers.
Yeah. So it is your state. Oh shit, you in the money. Yo, and they got a lot of props.
They do. I've been seeing you and hearing you, so I'm happy. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
They always got group rounds.
But back to Bivol though, like even though you can see like he may be better at 168, he still has the power to knock these guys down. Like
bruh, I don't know what you're talking about, even though the computer restarted, but he don't have no power. He couldn't knock out Lenin, bro. So how are you saying he got the power to knock out 175-pounders on that level? He's a champion, right? First of all, he shouldn't be fighting Castillo. Castillo's coming off of 2 tune-ups in DR that are not on Bivol's level, and Castillo's coming off of a loss to Marcus Brown before the 2 tune-ups in DR. So, Dmitry Bivol, he already fought John Pascal, he already fought Barrera, Joe Smith. Like, fighting Lenin was a step backwards. Like, Lenin beat none of those type of dudes. Castillo didn't beat a Joe Smith or a Barrera or a Pascal. So, I don't know what they're doing. Matchroom likes to act like, they keep their fighters busy and their fighters have a plan, but they got a lot of fighters that aren't getting the big fights that they thought they were going to get by signing to Matchroom. Again, ever since his step up in Sullivan Barrera, he went to Isaac Chilemba, John Pascal, Joe Smith Jr. Lenin Castillo is a backwards step without a doubt. So I don't know, man. I don't see how people think that he's gonna contests with those bigger. If he can't knock out Lenin, I don't know. You know. What is up with this feedback here? But yeah, man, I just don't see how he's gonna get it done. Because Better Beef, I guess Better Beef is a bit chinny, right? Better Beef, we've seen him not really take it to the chin very well, so maybe Bivol could have success with him. But, you know, Kovalev, Oleksandr Gazvek, I don't know. Guys, you're back. I'm sorry. This thing just keeps starting. I don't know what's going on.
Why they call Lenin the Dominican Dawson?
Yo, but I got cut off. I was just saying, I want you to know, you know, Mike, where we lost you was Mike saying Bivol doesn't need to go down. He still has power to knock out these guys.
He's still got he's a hard combination puncher. I never seen him, and you know, a lot of the people don't have this Deontay Wilder power. I know, but you know, there's some guys that could just overwhelm you with shots. I think Triple G was one of those type of guys. You know, he just overwhelm you with these hard shots. Bivol can still do a lot of damage in this division. He stopped Sullivan Barrera. Sullivan Barrera was a big guy. Let him rise to the occasion, man. I see him as being a little quicker than most of the 175-pounders. Let's give him a good hard fight before we start telling him he needs to go down. Because how much more weight can he lose, Ness? He was looking kind of like.
I mean, but Sergio Mora made the observation, man, he's like my height, and I used to fight at middleweight. I mean, I know some guys are thicker than others, but he's not a very big 175 pound. Like when you look at Kovalev, who's 6'2", Gavchek or Wavstik, and Better Beef was 6'3". So he could go down to 168 and make that his home. You know what I'm saying? Be a 2-division champ. Kind of do it backwards, but if he goes down, he's gonna be a problem for anybody at 168. I don't care who you are. I know people would like to say that. We see some flaws last night in some exchanges. We seen that he doesn't like it to the body, but who does like it to the body? I've been to see one
David
fighter.
Benavidez probably will stop him. Now, obviously, I'm going based off last performances. But Benavidez, his combination punches, his speed and power will be too much. Bivol, what I like about him is very heavy-handed. His jab, it's so assertive. It's such a thudding jab. Like Lenin was trying to catch them shits on the arms, and that was not the smart thing to do. Sometimes he was just punching his own glove into his head.
It's studs, right?
Yeah, no.
Every punch he throw, it was it's a unique sound you get from Bivol, man.
Yes,
it's like a thum 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 thum. It's intimidating. He's a hard puncher, bro.
Well, again, I would stick with the heavy-handed. I don't know about how hard the punch is. You know, even if you go to the knockdown, you know, obviously Lenin took a clean right hand, but you can tell from the replay and the actual punch that, you know, it was more about his footing. Like he just, you know, I don't know, maybe the shot took the legs from under him, but he definitely looked like he tripped himself up. Like he tried to stand up, but he couldn't stay up. You know what I mean?
There was I don't know if I remember right. There was even a little booing, right? In the stadium. Mike, am I right or?
Yeah, I didn't understand that the booing.
I was like, what the hell?
I mean maybe
it was a low paced fight, bro. He was letting Lenin just sit there. Like Lenin was happy because he was not pressured. He was able to fight a paced fight, sit there and basically spar with Bivol. Catch some occasional hard shots, and every now and then fire back when he wanted. There was no real threat there until that knockdown round.
So where do we put this man? You know, he's not tough enough for some of the guys at super middleweight, and he's too small for the guys.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Like I'm gonna stick with what we've been talking about past couple of shows, and I'm not just going to judge this one performance, and I'm going to also factor in that whole, you know, probably couldn't get up for Lenin, you know what I mean? Like I was saying when you guys dropped off that, like, bro, Lenin is a backstep, so maybe he couldn't get up. Like, check his resume. Like, homeboy fought Barrera, Chilemba, then someone else decent, Pascal, and now Lenin. So probably he's like, man, no. Matter of fact, Pascal, Joe Smith Jr., and then Castillo. Him and his team probably like, what the fuck, Castillo? Like, what does this do for our career? How does this get us any closer to a Kovalev fight or to a Canelo fight that we've been fucking asking for? Like, who the fuck is Castillo? Man, I'm just going through the motions then, bro. I'm doing 3 minutes of jump rope. I ain't doing 9. I'm doing 6 minutes of shadow boxing. I ain't doing 13. You know, come on, it's Castillo, bro. Everybody knew this was like a what? Who he fighting?
Like stay busy fighting. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely see that sentiment, but I didn't know much about Lenin, so I thought that Bivol was probably going to stop him, but he showed that he was a fighter that, even though like he got knocked down, he was never like really flustered. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was losing, he never really had that panic mode in him. You know what I'm saying? He was always right there in Bivol's face. Sometimes he caught him with that counter left foot. Like Ness said, like when he had the energy, he would go to the body in combinations, like in spurts, but never really fully, in my opinion, engaged with Bivol. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Bivol had enough power to like keep him at bay. But yeah, man, I don't know where he goes from now. You know what I'm saying? Like he wants the guy that 175. Like he said, he wants the winner of next week's fight. He been said that he wants the Canelo Kovalev winner. So I don't know where he goes from here. Hopefully we can get him in a big fight just to see if he's on that world class level. You know what I'm saying? Can he beat a Bitter Beef? Can he beat a Kovalev or Canelo?
Who's this promotional company? Because who's gonna get him that? Who's gonna get him a Canelo and Kovalev?
Main events. I mean, they got one for Kovalev. I mean,
but isn't he co-promoted with Matchroom?
I think so. I think he is co-promoted with Matchroom because he was on a Matchroom card when I first found him down in Monte, Carlo or Monte. What's the place called? The Eddie does them fights for them rich people.
He's definitely a DAZN fighter, bro, because DAZN put him in the whole who do you want to see Triple G fight next.
But you can see Kathy Duva got in the ring with him last night, so he's definitely a main event fighter too.
Oh yeah, well, main events is the promoter. DAZN is the broadcaster champion.
My heavyweight.
All I'm saying is by being a DAZN fighter, you know, that whole, you know, fighting the winner is a little more tricky. Now, he could probably fight the winner of Kovalev if Kovalev win. You know? I don't think, and there's no money in this for Canelo. Like, I see the danger in him. Don't get me wrong. I see the danger in him, especially for Canelo with that thud and jab. But there's no reason to fight this dude. Like, he's got to do something. He got to make that name a little more popping.
Yeah, he got to make a big splash. You know what I'm saying right now. I mean, and one thing that I do want to point out, I like the fact that his English has got a lot better since the last time I've seen him like do an interview, sit down with Andre Ward on HBO. So big ups to him. I love to see fighters who really put an emphasis on trying to communicate with the American fans, because we all know if you go out there and knock motherfucking heads off and you are like violent and you get those kind of knockouts, fans gonna tune in to you. And if you can speak English, that's just a plus, and they can interact with you more, and we can watch the interviews and like give. It's better, in my opinion, to hear what a fighter has to say about another fighter in an interview than having it translated to me. You know what I'm saying? Because something could be left out that the translator may be like, that's kind of harsh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sometimes the translators just screw up the whole interpretation. Sometimes it gets me heated, man, because I know the fighter doesn't know what's really going on. He's just trying to, get his point across. But when these fighters start really learning the language, definitely more approachable, reachable. People start relating. But why am I not seeing Bivol ranked in none of these sanctioned fights?
He's a champion.
So he's a champ.
Casual 2.0.
Yeah.
He's WBA super champion. When Ward retired, he was elevated from regular to super.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I know the WBA. He's obviously the champ and ranked there, but I mean, in anything else, he's not there. Just not there. Just goes in. I guess that
the way that works, and he just tried to explain it to you, is once you become a champion in any sanctioning body, the other sanctioning bodies stop recognizing. Stop typing. Mute yourself because we hear those fat ass fingers.
That's the whole thing about
sausage fingers my man got over there.
Dylan White being like the interim champion. I just asked this, like, when you become champion, don't you get kicked out of every other sanctioning body? Like, you'll never see like Wilder rank in the WBO or IBO for WBA because he already has the WBC belt. But
which is whack though. That's really whack. Like, they need to start recognizing, because that'll force shit.
Right, with the IBO, it doesn't matter if you're a champion or not, right? If they deem you credible enough, they'll put you in the sanction, or is that wrong?
Well, it's not about them, right? They got a computerized ranking.
Yeah, that's true. But I want to see Bivol in a big fight, man. I would like to see him next against fucking hell. Damn, man. Maybe
you got to give him somebody that's gonna,
Batyr Jack, maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Let's give him Yardy.
No, I don't think Yardy's gonna come off a big fight like that and take another tough fight back to back without having like a comeback fight. Damn, 175 is like a division. Oh man, who should he get? Or move down to 168, start making noise like.
Bro, he need a champion or anything as a side step or a backward step. He's number 3 on BoxRec. He's a champion in one of the 5 sanctioning bodies. Like, he can't go anywhere else. Like, the best they could do for him is maybe Gilberto Ramirez. Maybe Eldilir Alvarez, and you get some cachet. Oh, let's compare you to Kovalev, but none of those. Gilberto, top rank, could turn it into a big fight. The Mexican's going for his 2nd world title. He's a big Mexican versus Bivol. Maybe they could, and plus his top rank, the Machine on ESPN. That's probably his best route. Where else could he go? Kovalev's busy. Gazvek, what is it? Is it you don't pronounce the G, so it's Vazdek. Vazdek is busy. Alvarez again. It's like he's coming off a loss. Hart is like, come on, he lost to Ramirez, so don't fight him. Pascal, but Pascal, I don't know if he's really busy. I see Marcus Brown out in social media like, yo, come on, let's fight.
The rematch.
That sound like we ain't got no rematch clauses and shit.
I know Pascal. I live in his best. Like, we ain't even worried about Marcus Brown right now. But I do like the fight with Alvarez, though. I think that's good.
You know what, though? I hate to cut you off, but the Pascal, we can't move on from that because maybe that's the one. For Matchroom, they like, yo, this is safe.
I already beat you.
Exactly. Now he got these fake belts. He got 2 regular belts. He got an interim.
It's an interim.
All right. He got an interim and he got a whatever.
Oh, no, man. Oh, no, bro. No, I know he got an interim and he got like another kind of belt.
He got like a WBC interim too. He got an interim.
Yeah, he got like a gold.
No, you're right. He got an interim and then he got a regular. That's crazy, man. I'm telling you, and the more we speak of these belts, that they're going to understand too, like, damn, do I really want that interim? Am I really about to pay for this regular? Because, like, do you buy regular Jordans, motherfucker? Like, yo, I mean, I don't know. How do they let themselves get fooled like this? Because they paying for this, Mike. They paying for this. That's like going to the dealer and paying for the car with the roll-up windows for the price of the one with the power windows. Like, I'm not getting it. Why do I got a regular belt, but he got the belt with the sunroof and shit?
Stop, like, shit. How much is that blue magic? Don't give me that black magic then, bro. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Man. That just don't make no sense, bro. But
I don't fucking know, bro.
I don't know. I know my man Fei Long Meng coming real quick. Yeah.
Fei Long Meng.
Fei Long Meng.
Part of that little Chinese national team.
He's part of that Chinese clique I be bigging up.
175?
Yes, sir. You seen him on Matchroom before.
Is he a professional?
I mean, not Matchroom. Yeah, hell yeah. He number 1. He gonna get some of the Better Beef winner. He get that. You know, he in the IBF, so it's a wrap. He next.
Mm-hmm.
Who next?
I ain't even seen him. I probably have seen him fight, but just don't know.
He's sharp,
Yo.
man. Sharp.
Yo, so Zhao Zhang is back on the Matchroom card.
Who?
Zhao Zhang fights November 23rd on whatever Matchroom card is out there. It ain't announced yet, but that's breaking news. Whatever November 23rd Matchroom card, that's when the Chinese heavyweight fights.
Okay. I gotta look that up because I think I know what card that is.
Unless Doomy gave me the information wrong.
Is it gonna be in the UK?
No, sir.
I don't know. We don't know if it's UK or not.
Jessica McCaskill gets split decision over
Horrible fight, bro. Very, very
I can't
ugly.
even finish the name.
Very
but
ugly.
Yeah, man, that fight was ugly. A lot of holding.
And I told y'all. I fucking told y'all.
What?
They both 35, but Ferreira looked like she was fucking 85, though. And yo, and why? I don't know if it was because I was watching it on TV and not the phone. Yo, one of y'all check y'all mic, man. I'm telling y'all, Michael headphones is loose. Y'all killing me right now with this popping. But bro, where was I going? What the fuck did I just say before that interruption?
You said that Erica Farias was breaking 85 years old.
Didn't she look like Cyborg so much in there getting hit?
Yeah, she looked a little
just
worn
like
out really early in the
from
fight.
MMA,
She was holding for dear life to the point where I was screaming at my TV because I'm wondering if those girls were just too strong for the ref to break them up, or he was just letting them hold too much, man.
Nah, bro, they both were exhausted.
Erica was milking it, man. She even winked the eye at her corner and shit through the fight, and you know it was just so over. She overdid it. She locked in on that glove, and even while the referee was trying to break him off, she would still hold on for seconds afterwards. She was begging for oxygen, begging. She made it.
Yeah, that fight was ugly, man. Jessica McCaskill though, man, she might need a new trainer, bro. Like she's still coming in with her head a lot, head down. Not coming in with the jab enough, in my opinion. It just makes it a tougher fight than it has to be. She could have got this girl, could have boxed circles around because she was the woman apparently was not in shape. After 2 rounds, she was done. She was holding for the rest of the fight. She wasn't trying to really engage that much. So I think
she made it dirty. She made it dirty. She made it difficult for Jessica.
Yeah, but it was like
just a little too much. It was just a little too much holding. But she made it ugly. Jessica McCaskill. I mean, what are we kidding, man? Who are we kidding? Who are we to say she got to change trainers, right? She's been doing the same thing for the longest. That's her style. They gotta just make some minor adjustments where she's not, just coming in full. Guns blazing all the time. Maybe use the jab a little more, like you said, Mike. But it's just small adjustments they got to make. And remember, this fight, you need it. It depends on the dance partner you got. This girl was coming in real ugly. She made it even uglier, and it turned out to be like a little slugfest in there.
Now she said you have a difference of opinion about what?
He over there. No opinion.
Sorry.
He probably forgot now.
Yeah, but I mean, she definitely brought her fans. She was a hometown fighter, right, Nessa? You said that earlier.
Yeah, Mccaskill.
Yeah, so she had her crowd in there. She had she holds 2 belts. So who's next in line for her?
I would agree with Mike though. Like they need to get a second look in that corner. What I did like about Rick Ramos is that, he kept asking her over and over multiple times in that minute break, are you okay? She would say, yeah. And then he's like, all right, well, do this. He'll go back to, are you okay? He's like, yeah. Go back, blah, blah. Are you okay? And it's like, all right, I like that. You keep in good communication with your fighter, especially, seeing what just happened, in that Patrick Day fight. But,
I thought, and real quick, I thought Patrick Day trainer was giving him excellent opponent. Like he was like, do a TikTok, like when you go tick, hit him with that right. When you talk,
no, I'm not saying that. Like, I'm not saying that they gave bad advice. What I'm saying is, I like to see the communication between McCaskill and Ramos, especially after something took place in the fight. Before. Just so that he knows, my fighter is good. My fighter got all her faculties and not sent her out there hurt or exhausted or anything like that. He continued to ask her throughout that minute multiple times, in other rounds too. Just like, you okay? Yeah, she'll answer it. He'll keep, and then boom, come right back to it. Then again, right back to it. That being said, that's about the most credit I could give him. I am with you. They need to have another look. She literally drops her head and steps forward while doing some sort of loop-de-loop left hand, and then maybe the right to the body, then a left hook. I mean, listen, what she did have a lot of success with was the double jab. Whenever she got on that double jab, wow, she was able to land it so easily. But this girl Ferreira was very good at clinching, bro. She was a pro. She's Argentine, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's a fake birth certificate and she's from Brazil with some grappling experience, because she was holding that glove. The ref would be on the left side. She would be holding the shit with the right side. Like, she was too experienced. And I get her game plan. She took the Kell Brook game plan. Like,
totally didn't agree with that point the ref took, though. That behind the head, it was bullshit.
For Mccaskill, but I think he was just making up for the early point deduction for the clinching, just to put them back on the same level playing field. But Mike made another point that I don't agree with, where he said Ferreira wasn't really doing that. I disagree. I think that her whole game plan was to clinch and punch. And let me tell you, you got to watch that fight again if you can deal with watching it again. I would never. That's only to send my worst enemy is to go watch that fight again. But that being said, Ferreira would dig to the fucking body with like 4 good, solid, somewhat straight low, and that's part of the into the body shots, and then clinch, and then reset and do it over. Like, she was landing a lot to the body. A lot. And I think that's why you would see sometimes where she's clinching and Mccaskill's not doing anything, because she needs to get her breath back too. But again, that wasn't enough to get her to win. I think her game plan was just a Kell Brook game plan, where Kell Brook was more effective because his shots were to the head. It was 1-2s. These were to the body, and they were, involved in immediate clinches afterwards. So some of that credit, I guess, was not being given.
Yeah, she was all right in the inside. She wasn't that successful. I mean, you're giving her way too much credit. She was okay. She held on for dear life, man. She made it real ugly, real boring. She was tired. And whenever they would clinch and you see Mccaskill, I'm talking about trying to drive her arms out. I mean, trying to drop her weight. I mean, sometimes she would just lean back with all her weight, just trying to get away. It was just too much of that shit. I'm glad Mccaskill got through it, without any cuts and stuff like that, because in a grapple match like that, cuts do happen. Heads are in the chest. They scrape along the side. It was just it was a zoo. It was crazy. I didn't like it. But Mccaskill did her thing, man, and she walked away with her belts. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely would like a second look in the corner, you know what I'm saying? Just bring somebody in to fine-tune things, give you a different boxing perspective.
She's a fighter. She's a fighter.
She's definitely a fighter. I'm not saying anything, but I do have a problem with that dipping your head, coming up and coming in. Like that.
It's an overhand. It's a loopy overhand left she throws.
I understand that to me, but you can do without that. Like that might cause a cut down the road or accidental headbutt one day that could possibly cost you your belts if you're not lucky. You know what I'm saying? So
she's shorter too than.
Let me ask y'all something. Have y'all noticed commercials on DAZN?
What commercials?
Some.
I'm not gonna tell you if you ain't noticed.
Some. Yeah, I think like I've seen like 1 or 2. It wasn't like in between every fight. It was a commercial, but they had some.
That's crazy.
I don't remember them.
They playing us out, man. I seen a liquor commercial on DAZN, and I've seen numerous fucking commercials on my what's that other shit for ESPN called, man?
Oh, definitely, nigga. ESPN Plus gonna definitely run them ass.
But how? You charging me $5.99? What the fuck is that for? What's my $5.99 for?
To watch the shit on the app, I guess. Nigga. I don't know.
See, Mike, you ain't got cable. Let me tell you something. When you buy a premium channel, for instance, HBO costs $10. So if I pay for $10, that's my app. I don't get no fucking commercials on HBO. So you tell me I'm paying $5.99 for ESPN and I'm still getting commercials. And I'm paying $10, $20 for the zone, and now they trying to slide in the third best liquor selling in the world. Who the fuck wrote that mission statement and slogan? With this fight is sponsored by the third best-selling liquor in the world and now brought to you in the United States. What the fuck is that, bro? I'm telling you.
That was pretty good.
That was what I was about to say.
That was pretty good.
Hey, yo, and now that I'm talking about shit that they putting up on TV, bro, I'm going to jump straight to the Warrington card, even though we're not going to get into it. But I just don't want to forget to tell y'all that when he was doing his post-fight, that woman looked like she was taking a shit talking to him. I swear to you. Her face, yo, she dead. I turned to my girl and said, damn, she look like she on a toilet, man. Yo, I swear, look, they need to think about who they put on TV, first of all, and the questions that they asking, because I wouldn't have paid any attention to this woman if she wouldn't have asked the same question twice to get the same answer. But it was the whole PBC setup with Danny Garcia. They try to do that with Warrington. So now we know he getting Can X next. It ain't going to be no Gary Russell. It ain't going to be nobody else. They going to get him the elevated regular champion. And this is why I'm saying, as a boxing fan, collectively, we need to come together and do away with the WBA. I keep saying Warrington when they pronounced it Warrington, and it sounds so much better because it's a war, and he's...
Oh, he the regular champion.
And they're going to elevate him, and he's going to take that route.
How they going to elevate him?
They're going to elevate him so Warrington can get a real fucking unification. Then they got the nerve.
Santa Cruz was the WBA
Santa Cruz
champion.
moved up. But that's what they got. But listen,
his belt is done for.
But listen, that's what they got the nerve to say on their telecast. Those UK announcers got no fucking, like, no chill. They straight lying to their audience, and they like, yeah, you got champions like Valdez and Leo Santa Cruz moving up not to fight him.
I heard that bullshit. I'm like, when, bro, come on, man. Like, I didn't know, like, Leo made it official that I'm up at 130 now.
Man, Leo fighting on Wilder card. What you talking about, champion?
Okay.
Man, where
so
you
is
been
he
at?
fighting for that vacant WBA belt?
Casual 3.0.
I'm asking, is he fighting for that vacant WBA belt that Javante?
I have no clue what your man Leo fighting for. He ain't fighting for his heart or his balls. Gary Russell still got that, according to the fans.
Okay. Moving on to Anthony Sims Jr. on that card. You know what I'm saying? Got a stoppage
I'm
against
glad you
Morgan
brought that
Fitch.
up. Let me see this motherfucker, because I seen that dude fight before.
I like Anthony Sims, man. I'm telling y'all, bro. Telling y'all right now.
I like him too, but his power is lacking. I thought he could got the guy out a lot sooner.
Man, what you mean he dropped him in the first?
Anthony Sims got the win and crip walked. While everybody out here doing motherfucking what's that shit, that game the kids play? Fortnite dances. My man started doing the crip walk out there. I was crying.
Man,
I remember this dude. This is why I wanted to Google Morgan Fitch from. I remember him from the Contender. You know, and we talking about the latest Contender. You know, he lost to Ivan Heatroff. I mean, this dude, I don't even know any valuable win that he's got. Honestly.
He's just been in there. No, he's a veteran. He was in that tournament you just mentioned.
I'ma just keep it real. He cut the braids, and I think it's off our last show because he looked like a low budget Keith Thurman.
Oh yeah, he did cut his braids. I didn't even know.
That's the nigga with the braids.
Yeah,
he cut him. Okay, and I'm like, who the fuck Contender? He was the guy with the braids that lost in the first round to Keitra. Okay, now I got you, Ness. Okay.
Yeah, that's him. He can't hide. Listen,
it wasn't that at 160, but he had to fight at 160.
Yeah, 160.
I thought he broke his orbital bone in that first round when he hit him with that right. It was a hard shot. He couldn't see. Morgan couldn't see out of his eye. He went back to the corner.
Guys like that, and if I thought Anthony Sims was gonna be the guy that I thought he was gonna be, guys like that, man, you gotta kill. You gotta make them pay for even thinking about getting in the ring with you.
Nah, I mean he hit Sims with a right hand, got Sims respect early in the fight, Mike. You watched it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got his respect. He got his respect early, bro.
I mean, he was talking in the ring. He was talking to Morgan Fitch's corner, and he was talking to the referee. And I mean,
tell
Anthony.
Him to stop it, you mean?
He's like, hey, listen, man, I'm gonna keep punishing this guy. And even after the fight, he said, like, listen, we all got to go home to our families.
But he wasn't really punishing him. He was asking for the stoppage without putting a beating on him.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like
he stopped him, didn't he?
Nigga, you over here telling him to stop. You're not beating him up like that, my dog.
Yeah, he wasn't. But he did good. It was a shutout. You know, old boy Fitch had success whenever he did, but I wouldn't give him a round. You know,
he ain't get no success.
Maybe I think there was one round that he could have won. He could have won.
The only round he could have won is when he caught dude with that punch. That's the only round. Other than that,
if that's the round that Sims got on his bike a little bit, I remember Sims being on his bike.
Yeah,
and Fitch coming forward.
Ali should be doing. He love Ali, bro. He do that whole.
Yo, he do that shit real good. He do that shit real good. The mimicking of Ali, all the mannerisms, everything. I even like his commitment to the jab. Like, he's got a good ass jab when he commits to it. But it's like you said, I don't know where that power's at. I mean, he's getting stoppages though, so you know. But I don't know where that power's at. Like, he got 20 fights.
Power's in his accuracy, Ness.
Exactly.
Power's in his accuracy. Very accurate.
I guess because he was definitely pinpointing them body shots, but it wasn't doing nothing. Like, for a 36-year-old dude, you landing them shots on a 36-year-old dude like that to the body like that. I was expecting Fish to sit the fuck down a long time ago.
What y'all think about him calling out Rocky Fielding for his next fight?
That's a good move. That's a good move. I like that he's not, shooting for the stars yet. That's a good move. I like Rocky Fielding. That's a good move for him.
He said it too. He's like, you got to earn your spot. You got to work your way up to the top guys, And
he said Callum Smith is a champion for a reason. I got to work my way up with Rocky Fielding. I think it's a good fight, especially if it's going to be over in England. Maybe they could possibly put that in Rocky Fielding's hometown. Well, I think it is going to be in England.
I mean, this dude's got a little bit of a fan base over there. But you know what, though? The whole DAZN thing, you might be right. It might be over here. Could be in the States, but
I think it's going to be more.
I like that fight. I like that fight. Did they mention that? I ain't hear that.
Not a bad fight.
Did they mention that? They mention that? Or he just asked for it?
He mentioned it. He was like, they asked him about Callum Smith. He was like, nah, Callum Smith is a champion for a reason. I was thinking more on the lines of a Rocky Fielding. I'll come to your backyard, mate. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said.
I like that. Because right now, his biggest win, Vaughn Alexander.
That was a tough fight, too.
Who just beat my guy, Money Pal.
Damn, Vaughn beat Money Pal?
Upset. Yep.
Whoa.
Split decision.
Let me show you this. So, Charles Conway.
Majority.
Damn. Yo.
Charles Conwell.
Conwell's showed me he a hard hitter, man.
Man, he's serious, nigga. He walked forward, come forward, dog.
I mean,
and he seems small, but like he's always in the
bounce,
reach.
Though you guys got to understand, like he did knock out Patrick Day, but
3 times he knocked him down. Though.
But the head bounced, man.
It wasn't just that one shot.
It was the head that hitting the canvas that caused all that,
and the other 2 knockdowns.
Yeah, because man, like he was catching Day with some hard shots,
straight right. Look, man,
we know we're reaching with that straight right too. Like
this is a dangerous sport, man. And once that headgear come off, man, this is why the referee's job is so important, and it's so difficult at the same time because you want to give the fighters their fair shot. They work so hard for their shot, But fighters go down once, twice. And that third one, man, it was just, and he was already out on his feet. He was dancing backwards. Conwell actually, drove in that last shot just to make sure that his man wouldn't come back up. But, yeah, you said it, Ness. His head bounced off the canvas. And I think that it was just, a combination of, the other hard shots, too. You're taking hard shots. And it's just, it's really messed up when we see stuff like that, bro. I mean, Patrick didn't, he didn't wake up. He got taken out in the gurney, and I seen that glossy eye look before, man. That's a dangerous look, bro.
And Ron G was telling me, when he was in Ohio a couple months back, he actually met Charles Conwell, and he was doing the same kind of thing in the gym. You know what I'm saying? He sparred with J-Rock, sparred with fucking world champion Tony Harrison. So he's been getting that world class work, and yeah, man, it just shows. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for Patrick Day. You know what I'm saying? You never want to see a fighter leave the ring like that under any circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, he makes a full a recovery, but not going to take away from the statement that Charles Conwell made last night. He did something that Carlos Adames couldn't do. Somebody who was like highly touted, somebody that Top Rank hasn't invested a lot in, and he also did something that another highly touted prospect couldn't do, that Patrick Day actually beat when he was on the first ESPN card. So I'm impressed by Charles Conwell. I'm happy to see him again, and yeah, he's definitely got my attention there.
Ohio runs boxing and shit.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I like his classmanship
man.
too.
Yo, the look on his face, bruh, it went from celebration to concern to disappointment to fear. It was crazy, bruh. That's a fucked up situation to be in, man. I hope he can move on from that too, and my prayers are definitely with Patrick Day, man. I can't even believe that this is what we're talking about with Patrick Day when not too long ago we were celebrating with Patrick Day, and having him on the show and telling him how proud we were of his performance, you know what I mean? And this sport is fucking crazy, bro. It's almost like the street. It's like you here today, gone tomorrow. Shit, you just know, you don't even fucking know, man.
You're at the top of the motherfucking mountain today, and tomorrow you like, damn.
It's crazy.
Damn.
Crazy.
That's
bro.
why that's why I always say there ain't no bums in this. Once you go in there, there's only skill level differences, but ain't no bums, man. You get in there, bro. You putting it all on the line every time, bro. So much respect again to our fighters, to our entertainers, because that's what they do. We're here to watch them, and I'm just glad that this boxing community is so tight. The way it is. Whenever something like this happens, everybody's very hopeful and prayerful. I think that's a wonderful thing in our sport.
Yeah, glad to see all the
man.
support. I was just happy to see all the support that came out for Patrick Day. You know what I'm saying? Like Demi said, close knit boxing community. We all know, you know what I'm saying, about news when it happens. So just happy to see that all the support that came out for Patrick Day, and I really, really hope, man.
Honestly, it can't stop there though. Like, we need more than just support. We all know Patrick Day wasn't an A-list fighter. He'll be lucky to go down as a B- fighter. So he probably doesn't have health insurance. He's probably gonna have a huge doctor's bill when he gets out of there. If he gets out of there, capable and still able to, fucking take care of himself, because we don't know the condition that he's gonna get out of there. So, it can't just stop with prayers that he gets better. Honestly, boxing got to get it right. It's a brutal sport. Man. It's a brutal sport, but even outside of insurance, there needs to be something. There needs to be something like Patrick Day and Magdomed and fucking Richard Pritchard Cologne. They need to have something. There should be something, and maybe it's got to. I'm gonna sound crazy right now. I know it, but I take my ignorance because I don't follow politics. But maybe we needed some Trump shit where we taking a percentage from the richer fighters. Because this is crazy. Pritchard is going to be in a hospital bed for the rest of his life in a wheelchair that he got to fucking blow into to move around. We don't know what's going to happen with other people and their situations, So, I think that there definitely needs to be some sort of funds. When you're talking about the likes of AJ and Wilder getting 30s and 20 millions and you got fucking Canelo getting 36 million, to give up a small percentage, 10, 20, 30,000, 100,000, that could help. That could go a long way to some of these fighters, because Patrick Day didn't get on that level to make I doubt he made $100,000 fucking payday. I just really doubt. I doubt it. And even if he did, how many people taking a chunk of that shit? You know what I'm saying? So, man, we definitely need some fucking boxing,
a union or
boxing
something.
type of college funds, man.
But as long as boxing is looked like as a sole proprietorship, then it's not going to be a union. You know, so like boxers are going to have to get together and actually come together for a union where people have insurance, people have
or maybe if you're ranked,
or,
maybe if you're ranked in a certain sanctioning body, maybe that, you know, if you're ranked and you're paying your dues or whatnot, and you know you should be eligible for some type of like, you know,
emergency funds,
emergency, you know, hospitalization funds or help that'll be provided to you in the event that you're, you know, in a situation like Patrick's, man. You know, and there's a lot of guys that even, you know, throughout the history of boxing, man, it's just, I think it's just something that's just so, it's just ignored in such a way. Even in the UFC, man, and all these combat sports, man, you know, these are the most brutal sports that you can get into. And for it not to be like some sort of like program, you know, to help people in the event that things like this happen is, to me, it's just stupid.
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying, because, again, if he ends up like Pritchard, someone got to take care of him now. You know? And if he don't got no steady income, he starts feeling like a burden, you know? He starts hating his own fucking life. So, you know, we got to do something, man. I mean, I say we. It ain't us. It's definitely that 1% I'm talking about. The motherfuckers getting hella. Canelo could give up a couple mil right now without a problem, and a couple of these other fighters that get that much money. You know what I mean? Let that shit be written in your contract. Look, on my biggest payday, take that 10% out. You know, whatever the case may be.
2%, man. These guys make so much money that 1% would probably be a lot.
But they definitely need to funnel it back. I know a dude like Canelo won't have an issue with it. You could tell by the way that he's taking Lil Canelito under his wing. You know, I'm pretty sure Ryan's gonna change his name soon to like Canelito. Maybe dye his hair and some shit. But I don't mind that. Like, I wish I had a mentor coming up. You know what I mean? Someone to guide me not to make mistakes and shit.
I mean, is he really got him? Because Ryan had a crazy week this week, boy.
Oh shit! Crazy. Tell me, I ain't hear the gossip.
Oh man, he was on IG arguing with his baby mama. Fight Hype put the shit together on that channel, but talking about he pays her $8,000 a month. The baby mama was like, "Who is this woman?" And the video, she assaulted me. Then Ryan comes back, "Oh, you mean my mother? She never the lady you punched in the face." Then Ryan was like, "Hey, you should be a better mom. You shouldn't be on IG arguing with me, so our child can see it when they grow up." It was just a lot of crazy shit. Then he deactivated, I think, his Twitter or his IG.
It better not be his IG. He know that's where his bread and butter. It was that Twitter that got like no.
Yeah, I think it was Twitter. Yeah, I think it was Twitter. But yeah, man, oh man, and then the best part. I almost forgot.
What?
Rolly.
Oh, Rolly got
involved. They say Rolly over there smashing the baby mama.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, Rolly.
Yeah,
bro, I don't even understand. See, like, come on, man.
Rolly
these girls
over there doing Tyrone.
Nah, but it ain't even about. It ain't even. It's the girls, bro. Like, how don't you have any self-respect? You know that this is. You know you about to become a topic of conversation within the industry because of that.
Mm-hmm. What do we always say nowadays? Social media currency is better than motherfucking actual currency. People want to be popping. People want their name spoke about. They want to be trending. They want to be in the spotlight.
So you want to be trending.
I'm not saying that at all.
So go sleep with a 6-0 fighter?
Bruh, look here, bruh.
Come on, man. Like, that's some dumb
maybe
shit.
She in love with the guy. Maybe
she in love.
Rolly a good guy.
She in love. She better hope Mayweather love Rolly as much as she do, because I ain't seen that motherfucker fight in a long time.
Yeah,
Rolly had a good knockout this year, man. He Rolly
stayed busy in sparring, man. He just Rolly needs to start.
Nigga said he stay busy in sparring.
Yeah, he do. I mean, he be in the sparring. He a tough dude. He got the right mindset to fight. But all this other bullshit, man. Ryan need to just concentrate on what he got at hand and fuck the baby mama drama, man. Especially when you're that young, bro. Look, people grow up, they end up looking back. Some feel good about themselves, some feel stupid. So, just do the right thing for the kid and keep concentrating on what you're doing, bro. You got so much to gain and so much to lose with that bullshit.
Man, look here, man. You can't tell the kids to come out here and not do what we did. The only thing that they have now going on is shit. They on social media now. I mean, that'll definitely cook up a good match. I know a lot of niggas, baby, my mama got smashed. You know what I'm saying? I was doing something to smash it. You feel me?
I hear you, but it's different, man. Like,
how is it different? It's life. Just because you in a certain position, don't mean you can control what your baby mama's doing.
No, but I'm not talking about Ryan. I'm talking about the female. What's wrong with her? Why she ain't thinking about it? Why she ain't why are you out here sleeping with 2 boxers?
Man, but she like fighters.
Look, man, she young.
I mean, dog,
young and dumb.
Then she knows she gonna be the topic of conversation at the water cooler, man. And it ain't never gonna be good. It ain't never gonna be good. Rolly gonna do the same thing all men do when they in this position. Eventually, she'll become the butt end of his joke. How he took his baby mother, or he's fucking his baby mother. You know how it go. Let's not act like we ain't from the inner city. Like, she's stupid. Unfortunately, she doesn't have anyone to guide her, and that's what I'm talking about. That at least Ryan got Canelo in this point. Because that's sad. That's sad. She ain't getting no points. First of all, you fucking the less known fighter. Instead of trying to fix shit with your rich baby father, who just got a new fucking deal and now is going places with the Canelo team and his trainer, and he got Canelo as his fucking man, you out here fucking the dude that begging to get a fight.
Maybe she actually liked the motherfucker, bro.
Begging to get a fight. Get your fucking priorities straight. Like he said, you should be a better mother.
Now we want to look down on women who. I'm
definitely looking down. That's what I get paid to do.
And start something with somebody who ain't got nothing.
I get paid to criticize.
Go through the grind with him. She trying to go through the grind with him. She want to come up with him. when Rolly come up, she come up.
Well, she should have been saying when Ryan come up, we come up.
Maybe Ryan should let her go. Ryan ain't fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't see Ryan say he mad.
Ryan let her go because she out on Twitter acting crazy. He can't handle immature chicks.
Man,
he
Ryan
going places.
Pussy coming at him 1,000 miles a minute. He's like, man, I can't handle a girlfriend right now. And she probably got mad about that.
Bruh, all I want to know is why we only talk about Rolly for shit like this.
Yeah, yo,
we never talk about a Rolly fight.
Rolly be wilding.
I mean,
why is Rolly not active though? That's
what I mean. He's a
Mayweather fighter. They never active.
Nigga, Tat ain't active.
Ashley Theo Payne was the most active Mayweather fighter. No. Ishe Smith. Correction. Correction. Ishe Smith was the most active world champion Mayweather ever had.
What about Jalen Love? He was pretty active this year.
Until he wasn't.
I don't even count Jay Leon Love no more.
Yo, yeah. Did you guys watch Arthur Jones III?
Hell yeah. I'm ready to talk about that, bro. Poor kid don't listen. He don't listen. Was that his father in the corner? Who the ball dude? That's his father?
I think it was his pops.
I hope his pops sit his ass down in the living room and they watch this shit together. He only 19. He ain't going nowhere. He went upstairs tonight. He going to bed. He'll be back tomorrow. And when he come downstairs to have that bowl of cereal, sit his ass down and watch this fight. He asked for the jab all fucking night. And this motherfucker, he thought he was like, I don't know. I think he was doing what Josh Warrington did, like on that creeping, hands up. Here go 2 big ass shots. Hands up. Here go 2 big ass shots. Like, what the fuck?
He turned himself literally into the smaller man for no reason.
Yep. Yo, and that's right, because Manrique Where's Enrique when you need him?
Enriquez, man. Enriquez.
Legendary baby, a.k.a. Manrique. Yo, so Manrique was a midget, landing hella left hooks.
Funny you say he was a midget. He was very short, bro. So short. I mean, he was ducking a lot.
I was gonna ask nigga, where they find that little motherfucker here, bro?
Bruh, I ain't even Google him, but from what I heard on the telecast, he ain't want to fight in his last 5. I'm gonna double check though. But he always give a tough fight. He always give a tough fight. Yeah, he was sparring Guillermo Rigondeaux. He always give a tough fight. He looked like he did some time, I'm telling you, because he didn't get them tattoos. You ain't getting them tattoos in a tattoo shop.
Yeah, true. My boy was placazos everywhere.
So his last 3 have all been losses. He had 1 win before that, and then it was 3 straight losses, then a draw, then it was a loss, then a no contest, then 2 losses. So he hasn't got a win.
All this year?
This year, nah, he didn't win this year. He won. Actually, yeah, he got one this year. He had 4 fights this year, and he won the first one.
Damn. Keep getting that money, baby.
Shit, no. He had 5 fights. This motherfucker stay busy.
That's what I like to see.
5
Even though
fights
you
this
ain't
year.
winning, make boxing work for you, man. Get them checks and put that money towards another avenue that makes you more money. You know what I'm saying? So,
Doomy, this like the dude that was sparring the Chinaman. You know what I'm saying? Like all these fights. Cause look, that's 5 fights in a year. When have you heard a fucking a B-side get 5 fights a year?
They throwing him in there, man. He getting that call. Getting that call, bro. Just like the dude you talking about, Ness, from Brooklyn. What's my man's name? From the gym?
The cop?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was just brought up.
Yeah.
But anyway, Otha Jones, man, I don't know, bro. Like it's hard to judge this fight because he threw away game plan. He didn't box traditionally, and you could only imagine that if someone who had a jab would just beat this dude. So like I'm gonna say he adapted to this style, and maybe might have punched hard, and he felt like I need to get my respect. I don't know what he was doing, but that shit looked like a street fight.
He saw the guy was so little that he felt like he wanted to impose his will and be the bigger man.
That's a possibility.
And
True.
that's like, in my opinion, what he set out to do. Because he wasn't listening to his pops in the corner. He didn't do shit his pops said.
Nothing.
So, in my opinion, I thought he was just trying to be the bully in that fight, and it really didn't work out for him.
Got cut up in the firefight.
Yo, that's disrespectful to Otha Jones. They ain't even got his picture on BoxRec, but they got Eric Manrique. That's fucked up.
I found that funny.
Fucked up. So Ohio runs boxing. Get on this shit. Get your peoples up here. But yeah, I watched that fight and I wanted to say, man, I was not happy. It's not that I'm not impressed with Otha. Just was not happy to see him, A, not listen to his father trainer, B, choose a more difficult game plan.
And like Eddie said, like maybe these guys are getting spoiled. Like they being in the spotlight. They are like Otha had a prime time slot, so like it wasn't like he was starting off the card. Like he was thrown in between, I believe, Mccaskill and like Bivol, or Mccaskill and like Sims or something like that.
Let's give the kid a little bit of credit. Come on, he's 19. He's 19 years old. A lot of these guys are coming in real young, especially nowadays. And these mistakes are gonna happen.
I don't want to hear that shit. Shakur was 19, handling the pressure, man. Like you either made for this or you not. And you know what? I remember CYP said not too long ago, like, yo, these Eastern Europeans, and he went down that route. And who we seen yesterday? We seen an Eastern European yesterday too that was kind of old. Bivol, right? How old is Bivol? Because he only got 14, 16 fights.
Nah, Bivol not old at all. I think like 28. Right? Yeah, somewhere like around there.
All right, but he's 28. And he's a one-time champion. I mean, I guess he still could be considered doing it fast. Then, if you don't want to call him old, he's doing it fast from the amateur league, because he got like 16 fights. He's like, he got a lot of names on his resume for that little bit of fights. It's impressive to me. I just didn't like that backstep. But I didn't watch the Doheny card. Did y'all?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So he got a 6-round KO. I think he started off on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube.
Facebook.
Yeah,
Yo, I remember we did shows thinking Facebook was gonna be the shit, bruh, for boxing. I thought I thought we was gonna reach billions.
Ain't Top Rank started that shit up first?
I thought it was a good avenue. Now Golden Boy still does.
Golden Boy, right?
That shit flopped, man. That shit was double.
I still think it's a good avenue though, bro. If done right, I think Facebook is a gold mine.
Bro, where's the 4 million people that watch Joseph Diaz? That shit was bots, man. That shit was bots. Those was fake numbers. Because where the fans at?
Watch like the Fury.
But wait, they ain't putting nobody on there that's like worth shit to watch. Put Canelo on Facebook, see how many numbers it do.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
If you tell me, nigga, Canelo fighting live on Facebook for free, it's gonna have about 15, 20 million live watching that shit.
They got to find a way to motherfucking monetize it then, man. That's the only issue. Let's move on to this.
Josh Warrington card.
It's Warrington. I heard it pronounced finally with the lady who looked like she taking a shit when she asked questions.
What were you? Who the hell is that?
The lady that fucking did the post fight.
Oh my
God. First of all, why is she there?
That.
First of all, why is she there? Now, honestly, what happened to the black ball dude? The one that has that little deep voice, like, we are here with Michael Gross.
my man with the dread.
Yeah, like the
maybe that's Sky Sports though. That's
about 6'9", ain't he?
Yeah, but that's probably Sky Sports, and I don't know the difference because I'm from America.
No. That's BT Sports now. You right on the money.
Really?
That's BT. Yep. No,
you might be right. No. You might be right. You might be right because I feel like I feel like he was in Belfast when Wilder went to announce the fight.
He was in Belfast, matter of fact, because he said, I'm going to knock this doctor the fuck out, and he put a mic back real quick. That was him.
But listen, I want Warrington versus Russell. Before I get into that, I'm going to say this.
Dude, no credit, man. Sophie?
Hell no, man. He looked
that's
small,
what I'm saying.
And he looked overwhelmed.
No, that's what I said before.
Like, you know what the fuck he was doing in that bitch.
Nah.
It was getting turned around in that motherfucker, dude.
That motherfucker, I thought he was dancing salsa for a second, bro.
That motherfucker did the Rosie Posey, man. Yo, man, my girl was crying when he hit him with that right hand. He did the whole 360.
Yo, he spun him around salsa
but yo, you see, that's why you got to be careful in the UK. He did a 360. His gloves didn't touch. He did not go down. And the ref stopped it. The ref jumped.
The ref still stopped it. Like, hold on, nigga.
But he had
you a count.
He had knocked him down twice already, though.
No, listen.
He was going. He was going finito that
boy.
Boy.
Frank Warren find these motherfuckers at, bro.
Must have found him at the dance.
You gotta find his. You gotta talk to his
matchmaker. Fury. We seen it with Daniel Dubois.
Now
we seen it with fucking Warrington too.
We need a Frank Warren matchmaker on the show, bro. We gotta understand. First, we need to know what's his name, because I know Top Rank is Bruce Trampler, and I know with Golden Boy, shit, my boy Wayne is a matchmaker there. Eric Gomez still is a matchmaker. I need to know who is Queensberry Promotions matchmaker, because that motherfucker's amazing.
These motherfuckers be over their head, bro. Like they walk in the ring, nigga, down 25 points.
But let me tell you what Frank Warren knows how to do. That matchmaker ensures that person that you think is in over his head gets knocked out. Think about Daniel Dubois' fights. He fighting these Ghanaian dudes. They don't even look like, bro, they look happy just to get a visa.
Well, the referee making sure, nigga, he hopping in. Hold on, ref. Hold on.
It's crazy, man. But they get it done. They get it done, and their guys look fantastic.
They may look fantastic.
Look at Tyson Fury.
Y'all see how many people came out to see Josh Warrington?
Hell yeah. And he was trying to convince them that same lady who was taking a shit was trying to convince them to go to China. Y'all ain't hear him? She was like, well, let's go back to your fans because they really love you, and I think that they would support you in going to China. He was like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
Honestly, bro, I was so disgusted. After Josh Warrington knocked that nigga out, I was like, I'm not. I don't give a fuck what he got to say. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but it was a good, not like, bro, it was like an uppercut. And Doomy, he didn't traditionally turn the palm inward. It was like hammer, like you're doing a hammer curl in the gym with a dumbbell. This motherfucker like stepped forward and hit him with that right. It was like Rock'em Sock'em robot uppercut style.
Yeah, he shoveled it in there, man.
Bro,
He shoveled that
shit,
right
that first right uppercut really fucked Sofiane up. He was done after that.
Look, Sofiane ain't know what was going on, man.
Once he hit that 360,
I was waiting for the ref to jump in because taking a shot while you're spinning like that, you don't know what could happen, man.
But this is what Frank Warren does best, man.
Frank ain't got no fighters.
This is what I'm saying. Frank Warren does this beautifully. You know, his man just looked bad with Callahan, and he got him a smoker. You know, and boom, he's back. He's back. You know.
He said he got him a smoker.
This is a smoker fight, champ. This is a smoker fight. If anything, I never in my come on, I've been doing this too long not to know who Sofiane is.
Bro, you know I ain't heard niggas say smoker in I don't know how long.
Bro. I was impressed by the picture they had on BoxRec, but that's about it,
for
man.
Sofiane?
So, yeah, Sofiane, like, you know, he looking fit and all that. Nah, he ain't never had a chance in there, bro. And I don't even know why this guy, he looked extra small, bro. He looked extra small. He looked way smaller than Warrington.
Give me Russell. Stop trying to elevate motherfuckers. I like what Warrington is saying. Warrington's like, nah, I'm keeping my options open. And she's like, yeah, but they're saying it's all but done. And he's like, nah, I'm keeping my options open. There's Shakur out there. You know, Gary Russell's trying to, he said some word, I don't know, some lead shit, I don't know. Yeah, so I like what he's saying, you know. But I also seen Frank Warren come up to him like 3 times before they went to the cards and they was just waiting in the center ring. I seen him whisper like 3 times in his ear. What he was saying, I don't know. But, you know, I'm a conspiracy theorist, you know. It's just like, you know, don't commit to nothing. You know, keep your doors open. Like, you know, because he could have easily told the world that it was Can X. He could have easily lied and said, I want Russell to soup up his fans. But he left that door open.
What's the best fight, though? Like
Russell.
It's like, I think the best fight is probably Shakur. It's probably the easiest fight, too.
Russell.
Yeah, Shakur for a title.
Listen.
Are on ESPN Plus. You know what I'm saying? I know Russell.
But this is the thing.
How
you guys like to knock me when I don't want the best fighting the best. So this is the best versus the best because Valdez moved up, Leo moved up. So the only most recognizable champ in that division is Russell now. He's the longest champ now. He's the longest champ. So for you to turn around and run away from that, fight a regular belt holder or a just vacant champ, like, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Fight Russell. Fight Russell. He called you out. You talked about him before this fight. Fight Russell. Fight Russell. Fight Russell. You know, fight Russell, man. Fight Russell. I watched the Lyndon Arthur fight because Mike did interviews with him. I'm not going to knock him for using the Mayweather shoulder roll. I didn't really see him get hit too much using it. He had success. I would have liked him to knock out Emmanuel Anim, I think it is. But he didn't. Sometimes you can't knock out people, and I think Emmanuel is more than likely from Ghana. You know.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Emmanuel is from... Damn, that's you getting nasty. Ghana. My man just did, you know, he was strong. He was strong, man. He was taking them punches. His BoxRec picture does no justice either. He looked, now that I'm looking at his BoxRec picture, my man was juiced to the gills last night then. Word is born. I'm about to go back. Let me see this, because this fight is already on YouTube. He don't look like that BoxRec picture at all. Let me get, oh, fuck.
Which fight are you
Yeah, hell no, man. You watch this fight on, I'm gonna tag you in it. You kidding me? I'm gonna even put it in the chat. He don't look like that BoxRec picture. He definitely in better shape. So he took this fight seriously. But I like Otha. I want to see Otha step up the level. Not that I think he's ready to step it up. I just want to see when he steps it up. I'm gonna be paying attention. I like what I seen. He's a decent boxer. You know, he's using the shoulder roll. He's got a good jab. Counters good with the right. But again, he's using a shoulder roll, so I don't even know. I don't even know. You know, these dudes with this shoulder roll, you never know when the competition steps up what's going to happen. He's tall as fuck, though. And what division is light heavyweight division? He's very tall. Or it could just be that this kid that he was fighting was very short, you know?
Could be a possibility.
But I watched the fight. It was decent. The only other fight on this card that I did watch.
I like the Zelfa Barrett fight with Jordan McCorry. Even though Jordan McCorry was, you could tell he was, outclassed. He was just a little slower. Zelfa Barrett was working that body serious, man. These body shots he was throwing. And Jordan, he kept getting up. He got knocked down a couple times, kept getting up. But the last body shot, it was an uppercut to the head. That last shot, just he couldn't recover from it. He actually quit. He didn't even have to quit. Obviously, the ref saw him on his knees waving off, so he called it off. But he didn't want no more. So,
yo, Mike, I want your thoughts. Nah, fuck Corey, bruh. Your boy Lyndon Arthur.
Oh my God, that probably was the worst fight I've seen in my life.
Really?
The pace, I just didn't like the pace, man. Like he was working the jab beautifully. I was just expecting a lot more from him because he was in there with a guy who was tough. The Ghanaian guy, like every other Ghanaian who fights, proves to be a tough fighter, comes in over to win, but he was just limited in his ability. Lyndon should have worked the jab and shot the 1, 2, 3, maybe a little bit better, but I wasn't overly impressed. And I thought he got a favorable decision because the guy had him hurt in one round that I thought he could have stopped him in. So yeah,
I mean, Emmanuel Anim, he had horsepower on his trunk. He definitely was bringing the horsepower. For the smaller guy.
Built
he was
too, like
he was pushing him back. He was pushing Lyndon Arthur back, and I'm not too savvy on Lyndon Arthur, but by his build, I was like, damn, man, he's a tall guy. You're right. He should use that jab, that 1-2 set up. Keep Anim at the end of the punches, but somehow you always
disrespectful. Lyndon ain't even got a picture on BoxRec. 16 fights, 12 knockouts. How you ain't got? That's crazy.
Well, he knocked him down on the fourth round, though.
Oh, my God. Yo, that's
with
sad,
that long right hand.
Bruh. Yo, Lyndon is only 28?
Yeah,
Man, he got bad genes. My man extra bald. That ain't like me to shave my shit. You could tell. You could tell he bald. Yeah. That's crazy. I thought he was like 36.
No. He actually just signed with Franklin maybe last year. Or a couple years back.
That ain't nothing, man. That's genetics, man. If his dad was bald, he gonna get bald. But I seen motherfuckers get bald early as hell in their life. It's just genetics. If he was bald, he was bald. If dad was bald, he gonna get bald.
I mean, being bald ain't a good thing. So like I said, that's bad genes.
It don't matter in a fight, shit.
I mean, perception, bro. You out here looking old and shit. You out here looking old. I mean, you gotta sell tickets. I don't know. But I want to see him again, man. What you think of that shoulder roll, though, Mike? I ain't hear neither one of y'all mention that shit. He was doing, he thought he was Mayweather in there.
I don't know why fighters do that shit, but Mayweather don't.
It works, man. It works. Yes, it do. But some people, you know what it becomes? They try to be something they're not. And that's when it becomes troublesome. Listen, all these tools, it's not just Floyd Mayweather. The shoulder roll been around. It's really called the Philly shoulder. That shit been around for the longest. You got to know how to use it, man. Some guys, they start falling into that defensive position only throughout a whole fight, and it becomes a little discouraging. I mean, he was using it on the inside. He would kind of poke his elbow into Anim to try to create space, but it was all wrong, man. He was supposed to get off the ropes and keep Anim at the end of the punches. When you see Anim getting on the inside and he's just wailing off on you in the ropes, why stay on the ropes and do it?
It's the tank, though. It's the tank. Like now that I'm in the ring, I know it's the tank. You don't let the hands go because you can't. You can't. Like Lyndon Arthur could have landed more punches, but he couldn't. He couldn't, bro. He's tired. And it's not that it's physically, sometimes you conserving too, because you know.
Yo, Anim was sneaky though. Anim was sneaky, bro. He hit him with some maybe 2 or 3 times I seen Anim hit him with a straight elbow. he would try to hook in with his hook, but it was really an elbow. And I think one of those. I think he cut him in one of those.
There's one other fight on this card. I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead. Nah, you muted yourself.
If he put Anim's tank in Arthur, he probably would have got the stoppage.
Hell yeah.
But he just didn't like they said, he wasn't letting his hands go because you could see like he was breathing out of his mouth sometimes, and he just wasn't.
I just can't understand.
He would land that right hand, right, like from maybe a lead position. Like he would lead with that shit, pop, hit him with that shit, and then that's it. I hate this one punch fighter shit. I don't look. I know it's difficult. I know. I spar whenever I can, and I'm a one punch fighter. I'm a